What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Let's get into it, okay? It's the 18th day of February today, and here we are sitting at about $67.4 thousand with roughly 12 hours left in this day. Here we are, moving down, it seems, and I do believe that we are correct, and I do believe that we're going to move a little bit lower. I'm not so convinced as I have been that we will see a lower low here, but I really wouldn't be surprised by it. It would not throw me off in the least to see a slightly lower low here. Again, something that went below 60K. I mean, it could approach the low 50s. It's very possible that it could, but something that's a little bit lower than this low here, I expect it to be intense when it happens. It might be a slow grind down to this area, but once we get to this area, the penetration below this low will be a fast jab down and then likely a fast, speedy recovery back to the upside as well. Overall, I'm expecting that more or less we're just going to be consolidating in this range. Again, the way I have it drawn here, we can go lower, we can have a lower low, but also higher highs. We're going to be consolidating in this range and probably reaching for, but not getting above this $80,000 level over the coming months. And when I say coming months, I mean it could be until May, it could be until April, it could be until June. I don't know. We're going to be consolidating for quite some time. That's the expectation. So get very comfortable with seeing prices here somewhere between about 65 and 75K, because that's probably where we're going to be spending the majority of our life for the next quarter of a year. Probably. We'll see. Time will tell. Looking at this on the short-term stuff, looking at the 1 hour time frame and then zooming out from there, we are slowly but methodically working our way down, right? Lower lows. I didn't draw that line perfectly, but we'll fix that. That's okay. Lower highs. I didn't draw that line either perfectly, but you can see lower lows there pretty well. Lower highs, pretty good, more or less, something like that. We're in this little channel downward here. The RSI overall, in my opinion, looks bearish. Why does it overall look bearish? Because you're spending most of your time below the 50. You've got this downtrend. You have higher highs here in your RSI, but you have lower highs here in your price. It's hidden bearish divergence. You're getting oversold. You're not getting overbought. I mean, it looks bearish. Stochastics look bearish. MACD looks bearish. I mean, yeah, at this point, it's Wednesday. We got 12 hours left. I would bet by the end of today, we could be below this low. We could be back below 66K by the end of today, Wednesday, the 18th, if not sometime tomorrow. 4 hour time frame. I certainly don't think that we're going to be breaking out to the upside from here. I'm kind of curious. If I was a bull, what position would I be taking right now? Would I be like, this is the trend line that needs to hold? No, because that one broke. Maybe that's a scam wick, and I'd be like, okay, it's this trend line that needs to hold. It's from here to here. That's the real one that needs to hold. I don't know. You can just keep fudging this all the way down, right? The 4 hour RSI, it looks kind of promising, actually. It actually looks kind of promising. There's a little bit of promise here. The one thing that I will say is, first and foremost, in this kind of upward sloping trajectory, when you bounced here, look at how you reacted, look at how you reacted, look at how you reacted there, and all of these relative low points, right? You see, and I mean here, I guess this is a little bit kind of close to like what we're doing here, but this just seems, you see the low points specifically, look at the reactions. It seems as though we're grinding it out more instead of directly bouncing from here, right? It's a little bit different. So this difference in behavior, where the results have been this, every time we've been around this line, anytime we've been at these low points, it's been a pretty sharp recovery. The behavior we're seeing now is not really a sharp recovery at all, but like meandering, flirtation with this level. Might we get some follow through, some penetration below? I think the different behavior might give us different results. That's all I'm trying to get at. It's almost like it looks bullish, but it's bearish overall still. Why is it bearish overall? Not getting overbought, getting oversold. Spending most of your time below the 50, not spending a lot above it, right? Bearish stuff. Stochastics look bearish, and the MACD, again, we had a cross. It looked really nice. Now it's seeming as though that was just a false cross to the upside, so that's unfortunate, and likely will push us lower here. A false cross is almost worse than a rejection. The last time we rejected the zero on the MACD was here, and we plummeted over like a week from $90,000 to $60,000. Now, I don't think we're going to drop $30,000 from here, but I do think going lower is certainly in the realm of expectations that we should have. Daily time frame here, I will admit the stochastics actually look kind of good here. They actually do for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how we could be red yesterday and red a little bit today, and still the blue and the orange are pointed up. I don't get it, but that's okay. I don't know the formula for the stochastics. Let's see. Higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price, hidden bearish divergence. We've gone over that. I mean, everything here on the daily time frame is bearish, more or less. There's some bullish prospects, but I don't think that they're going to come to life right now. I think those bullish prospects will come more to life after we see this lower low, and then we recover. Then we'll get some bullish stuff going on. You know, I was looking at Elliott Wave forecast here and doing some research, and I found something in my research that told me that maybe I was too harsh in saying that we won't get above this point. Maybe it is possible that at some point between our recovery now and the coming months, maybe we do, and it's probably not going to look like that. You know, get a slightly lower low here, whatever. We're moving up, we're doing our thing. Maybe we can go above this point. Maybe we can go a little bit higher, but still, even if we do end up getting above 80K, it will not be by much, and it will not be for long. Okay. I did some research, and if you guys know what I'm talking about, over the past, couple weeks now, I've been making the very bold claim that we will not be getting above 80K for the rest of 2026. After doing a little bit of studying on Elliott Wave theory here, I found that that's actually not as likely as I thought it would be. And maybe it is. Again, there's actually plenty of reasons, and all the reasons that I've had before to believe that we don't interact at this level are still there, other than the Elliott Wave theory. Right? Last cycle, whenever we consolidated, we had a long consolidation range. Here's our low. Okay. Whenever we broke down and we came back to find resistance, we didn't get above that line. We barely missed it. We almost touched it, but we didn't quite get there. We consolidated here for a while, and when we found that low, we came back up. We didn't even touch that line. You see what I'm saying? Here, at this high, you barely got above these lows here. So typically in the bear market, you don't really get above these levels. Okay, that's still true. But the other part of that was, I thought in Elliott Wave theory that wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I thought this wave 4 could not interact with the lows from wave 1. I thought that was true. But that's not true. Actually, I was looking at a schematic here. Let's just see, where are we? With this B, that's an impulse. We're looking for zigzags. I mean, here's the zigzag. Literally, in their example, and I like ElliottWaveForecast.com. I like them. I think that they've got, I don't think they're perfect. I don't think their rules should be applied as law. I think they're learning too. But I think they know a lot more than I do. I think they do. As far as E-wave theory goes. This B, A, B, C here, which if we're looking at this as a corrective wave, right, A, B, C, whatever, this leg could come up, or I'm sorry, if I'm looking at it as a zigzag, this might be a, you know, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we correct 1, 2, 3, whatever. Our correction here went above our first leg there. Our point here went above this point here, which that's your 1. This is overall your A. This would overall be our A that we're in right now. We're about to form our B. I don't know how much sense that makes, but all I'm trying to say, talking about things that I know what I'm talking about as far as Elliott Wave theory goes. I don't know how to make it in terms that is friendly for everybody, but just saying, I do believe we can get above this level. That doesn't mean that we do, and that doesn't mean if we do that we're in a bull market or that we're going to go tremendously higher. But I do accept that, you know, if we get above here, maybe it's not as big of a deal as I once thought. Anyways, getting that out of the way. 67K right now, 67.6K right now, expecting that we do see lower prices. I am fully expecting that we will go below this low. But again, there's still a chance where we could find a slightly higher low, somewhere around 62, 64K, something like that. Bounce, recover, and then continue to move up from there. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves, all right? Bye-bye.